Hello there and welcome to another episode of my WWE save in 2021. My name is Ben Chapman. This is a Total Extreme Wrestling. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe for daily Total Extreme Wrestling content. And like this video if you enjoy it, which I hope, of course, you do. Today we've got SmackDown Live, the go-home SmackDown before Royal Rumble. Big show for us. And it kicks off with a fatal four-way between Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. Four people who have probably been underutilised in this save, despite the fact that Cesaro and Nakamura got title shots not long ago. World title shots, but that's not the point. So fatal four-way here, and Nakamura pins Ziggler with the Samoan driver, and he goes to celebrate. But the Unknown and Robert Roode, not the Fiend, the Unknown 3 and Robert Roode are brawling through the crowd. They get into the ring and Nakamura just looks at them both. He hits Unknown 3 with a Kinshasa. Roode looks like he's on his side, like before Shinsuke Nakamura just drops him to his knees and hits Robert Roode with a Kinshasa as well. Gets a 97 rating. Next up we see Bayley, Banks, Tenille Dashwood and Jordynne Grace all declaring for the Women's Royal Rumble. I'm going to let you know the Rumble is going to be a very long show. It's a big 4 pay-per-view, so I've put some big matches on the card. And obviously, 2 long Rumble matches. I'm scared, to be honest. Gets a 78 rating though. Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux team up to defeat Alexa Bliss and Bo Dallas. And Scarlett Bordeaux pins Bo Dallas, that is correct, with the Bedazzler. Alexa Bliss carried the match as we'd expect, but it gets an 80 rating. And it shows that Karrion Kross does have potential to be good in like the mid card, but potential. And this win against Bray Wyatt, well, not win, but this match against Bray Wyatt, he isn't winning. I'm going to give you that as a spoiler right now. It sets for good stead to elevate him up to the main event scene. Gets an 80 rating, and maybe in the future he might win. Paige cuts a promo for Babatunde. Of course, Babatunde I had doing nothing in this segment, so he just benefits from being in a 95 rated segment. And he declares himself, Paige declares him for the Royal Rumble. Well, Robert Roode's back, and he's teaming up with Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler. Not Brandon Cutler, wrong company. God, I'm tired. And they're taking on the Unknowns. Unknown 1, 2, and 4. Not 3. 3's not in this match. But it gets a 76 rating here. And Unknown 1 pins Steve Cutler with the clean cut. Of course, the promise still lands. If one of these 3 Unknown members win the Royal Rumble, they all unmask. Gets 76 rating. Mark Calloway's backstage, and Shane McMahon comes in. And Shane McMahon tells Mark Calloway he wants to fight the Fiend tonight. He will get his revenge for his father. And Mark Calloway's just like, you want to fight the Fiend? Nobody wants to fight the Fiend. I have to force people to fight the Fiend. They fight for the Universal title. They don't want to fight against the Fiend. Shane's like, no, I want to fight against the Fiend. Mark's like, I mean, if you want it, fine, you can have it. And Mark Calloway books Shane McMahon versus the Fiend in tonight's main event. Sonya Deville defeats Bayley in a non-title match with a modified Go-Go Plata. After Banks attacks Bayley. Gets an 89 rated match. 94 for Deville, 86 for Bayley. Good stuff. And afterwards, Scarlett, Alexa both come out. And they start brawling with Sonya Deville. Mark Calloway comes out and goes, you know what? This is going to be a triple threat match at the Royal Rumble. Sonya Deville versus Alexa Bliss versus Scarlett Bordeaux. Gets a 93 rating. Big E gets his win back against Luke Gallows, beating him with a big ending as a little bit of build towards the Club versus New Day feud. 85 rating. And the main event match sees The Fiend defeat Shane McMahon in 7:55 with Sister Abigail. If I go in the booking details, but Road Agent note even, Bray Wyatt dominates. It was a dominant match. Shane McMahon gets squashed pretty much. It's a elongated squash though. Gets an 81 rating. Bray Wyatt got a new power spot even. Lovely. And then the show ends though with Karrion Kross locking in the cross jacket on the Fiend to end the show. So the show ends with the Fiend fighting against the cross jacket. We don't know if Karrion Kross made the Fiend tap or if the Fiend passed out. We know that Karrion Kross had the cross jacket locked in though. Gets a 100 rating. Overall, what did we get? 88, not too bad. We didn't have the great main event which Raw had, but the main event was more designed to tell a story than to be a great match. You had fucking Shane McMahon in it, for God's sake. But next episode will be 205 Live, and then after that, we've got the Royal Rumble. So I'll see you then. Bye.